Peace and blessings, peace and blessings. Today's math is, today is November the 21st, 2020, making today's math 21, that is wisdom, knowledge. 2 and 1. 2 plus 1 being 3, which is understanding. So wisdom and knowledge showing improving understanding. And if you notice, I'm sure anybody who's been paying attention notices that the numbers repeat themselves. But then again, of course, and I personally, I've not found any conclusive evidence in the original teachings of the Supreme Mathematics that the orientation of the numbers matters. But just knowing what I know, I believe the orientation matters. Just how on the 12 it was knowledge, wisdom, and today being wisdom, knowledge. I think the orientation plays an effect. There's power in the sequence, if that makes sense. So I feel like it can be seen as one of two ways. So if you have the 2 first, that means the wisdom came before the knowledge. In which case, if wisdom is knowledge applied and there is no knowledge to apply first, then it's not wise, or there is no wisdom, meaning you'll be foolish to act without knowing first, which is why you think before you act, which is why knowledge comes before wisdom. And with the orientation today being 21, I believe the math is telling us to be mindful of acting before we think. Wisdom also correlates to emotions, knowledge being logic. I would also say to be mindful of not getting too emotional and letting it disrupt your logic. They go hand in hand if you want to make, to me, the best choice, or have the best level of understanding. Of course, would be to have your 1 and your 2, your knowledge and your wisdom, or your wisdom and your knowledge intact. So your understanding, your 3, can be refined. I was gonna say perfect, but again, nothing is perfect, and we are not in the pursuit of perfection, only going through the process of refinement. Peace, bro. So when your wisdom comes before the knowledge and you act and then you learn, or then this can be seen as you started off with a misunderstanding, which is why the 2 and the 1 were not where they were supposed to be. Or you could be seen as 2 minus 1, when the bigger number is in front. Saying what would wisdom be without knowledge, if wisdom is knowledge acted upon? Knowledge applied. If there's no knowledge to apply, then there is no wisdom. Then there can be no understanding, and no culture, and power, and God's self, and build, and born, and your whole cipher will be thrown off. Which is why the numbers repeat themselves, because again, it's an ongoing process. Atonement is not a level that you reach, or at one mint atonement is not a level that you reach. Spirituality is not a level that you reach. Being woke is not a level that you reach. Consciousness is not a level that you reach. It is an ongoing process, and you continue to build. Or if you're not mindful of the building or your own power in doing it, then you are destroying, of course. But today's math, again, being the 21st, which is wisdom, knowledge. And again, I believe personally that orientation matters, which today, instead of saying knowledge, wisdom, is saying wisdom, knowledge, meaning the knowledge did not come first, which means you acted and then you learned, which is not the natural order of the process. So to begin, when you were first acting, you had a misunderstanding, a non-understanding, really, not even a misunderstanding of your choices, your actions, and the consequences of them. And you got the knowledge after the fact, which still brings you to understanding, because 2 plus 1 and 1 plus 2 are both 3, of course. And 1 and 1 and 1 is 3. So again, like I said, it's not a perfect science. This is just my interpretation. Again, the written breakdown will be posted to poorrighteousteachers.com soon. Peace and blessings.